State Champs Game Time Live is powered by Alta Equipment Company. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, the Michigan Army National Guard, the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association, and the Michigan High School Athletic Association.
And welcome to another edition of Game Time Live. We are at Big Boy Arena out here in Fraser, along with my broadcast partner, Mike Iveso. My name is Sean Belegian. It's the Catholic League Finals. And Mike, what a great matchup we have. Toledo St. Francis taking on Catholic Central. Let's start with Toledo St. Francis.
St. Francis is on fire, Sean. Right now, they're 5-0 against their Michigan opponents, and they're being led by Jackson Duncan. 12 goals and 18 points in those 5 games.
Catholic Central, they have been the best team in the state for quite some time, Mike, and they've been on a roll.
Since their loss to Heartland, they are 6-0. Their offense is scoring 6 goals a game. That defense is only giving up a goal a game, and it's all being anchored by Nicholas Kogan, Wall Award nominee in that.
We've got a dandy for you here tonight out in Fraser. It's the Catholic League Final. Toledo St. Francis taking on Detroit Catholic Central, and we got it for you on Game Time Live on the State Champs Network and Local 4 Plus.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Lieboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarship. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
And welcome into Big Boy Arena here in Fraser, Michigan, where tonight we've got the Catholic League Final. Toledo St. Francis taking on Detroit Catholic Central. So glad you could join us. Thank you so much for inviting us into your phones, your computers, your laptop, your TV, whatever the case may be. We are so glad to bring you this epic matchup here on the State Champs Network and Local 4 Plus. He's Mike Iveso. My name is Sean Belegian. We've got the best crew in the business at our disposal right now. And Mike, we also have a dandy for the fans tonight.
Yeah, I can't wait for this one to get started. We've got Toledo coming out of Ohio, Toledo St. Francis, right? They are just absolutely on fire, scoring goals at will on these Michigan high school teams. And at the other end, we got Detroit Catholic Central getting hot at the right time. They took their loss against Heartland. They learned their lesson according to Coach Kalnicki, both coaches and players, and they've just been on absolute fires.
And I want to publicly apologize to you. I am literally the pen thief. Every time you bring a pen to the game, somehow the pen ends up either in my hand, in my pocket, or in my car. So I just wanted to self-report right now, and I handed my pen right back to you. I'm not going to steal another pen from you, okay?
And I do appreciate that because you know my brain, Sean. I get home, I had a pocket of pens. I've got none. I'm going crazy thinking, where did I put these pens? Now I know. I appreciate that, pal.
Well, the classic look from Catholic Central right there, and boy, that just looks like a team from Ohio. Well, there's a little blue mixed in there, but scarlet and gray. I think people are familiar with those colors. Mike, I do like the blue outlines and the blue helmet. Can I have one minor complaint? You can't see those numbers for anything until those kids turn their backs.
Yeah, it looked like they're just a little bit dark, but I'm with you, Sean. Those are some sharp sweaters that Toledo St. Francis has on there. As we get ready here, Sean, I just get a look down there at number 27, a kid that we're hearing a lot of, this Jackson Duncan. You know, I spoke with Coach Locke from Catholic Central. He had a chance to watch him as he was growing up playing against his son. He's one to watch, Mike.
Well, we are going to pause for our national anthem and, of course, check in after that with the third member of our broadcast crew, Patty Cesarini. But in the meantime, why don't we take a moment to pause for our national anthem.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Please declare the grace of the peace and understanding as we pray our national anthem.
About to get this one started, but let's throw it down to the third member of our broadcast team, Patty Cesarini. Good evening, Patty.
Hey, thank you, Sean. The question for the Shamrocks coming into this season was, where is their offense going to come from? And what Coach Kalnicki said, and he knew, is that it's going to have to come from everywhere, and that's exactly what they saw the other night against St. Mary's. 5 different goal scorers, the depth of this team really shining, and a perfect example of that is they moved Sean Goff to play a forward this season. Coach Kalnicki said it gives them more of an offensive boost, gives them more of a complete lineup look that they're looking for. Back up to you guys.
Great stuff, Patty. Appreciate you being along as always. About to get this one underway, the Catholic League Final. What a great story Toledo St. Francis has been, taking on the juggernaut from Catholic Central. We are underway, puck controlled by the Shamrocks. Mike, a very deep and talented defense core is going to set the tempo in this one for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, so deep, like Patty said. They've got a couple of them playing up. One of them here, an old defenseman, Jack Dorgan, number 16, is one, for example. And right now, Sean, they've got one of their speed effort lines out there going up against their top line.
Dorgan trying to get that forecheck going, able to get it out into the center ice area and dumped in on their side of the red line. Toledo St. Francis makes some changes. Just underway here. Catholic League Finals. So glad you could join us. Catholic Central trying to get something going, an opportunity to break out. 3 coming the other way. Odd man rush. Puck comes in. Big stop there by Kogut.
Nice pass by Reese Molnar, Sean. What a look.
Well, and Kogut showing everybody early as that puck took a strange bounce shot comes in. Kogut had to be very careful there, but Kogut showing everybody early, Mike, why he earned his way onto our Wall Award competition.
And the way this St. Francis team plays and the offense that they've been putting out, Sean, he's going to have to be a Wall tonight. It's already started.
Leiter giving chase in the corner, wins the battle along the near boards, but the puck picked off. That's Cole Johnson that got a piece of that. And he chips it back down there. Catholic Central has to start again. Back out to neutral zone, and then, well, we'll start it again. Going D to D. Jackson Leiter. Doesn't it seem like there's been a Leiter on the team for years, Mike?
Yeah,
is that just me?
Nope, his brother Nicholas Leiter was on the team for 3 years.
Yeah, indeed. Kept in by Catholic Central. Shot from the point, deflected into the corner. Catholic Central still on top of it, though. As we are 2 minutes into this one. No score yet between the Knights and the Shamrocks here. The Catholic League Final. Shot from the point didn't make its way through. Opportunity to come the other way. For the Knights, they just dump it in. Coming back in his own zone to pick that up is French. Quick pass up front. Shot comes in. No problem for Quinn Chowinski. Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Varga had some really high praise for his goaltender wearing the number 1, Quinn Chowinski.
Going by the name that we called our good friend at Little Caesars, Q.
Yes.
So what we're going to see here,
I
Sean,
can't believe
is
you just dropped that.
if CC is going to be firing, their defense is going to start everything. They're having a little bit trouble getting that puck up right now, so I expect them to really get it started.
Nice deflection in front, and Quinn had to be quick there, Mike, as dangerously Anthony DePonio nearly made this a 1-0 lead.
There is our Italian name of the game, a Deponio.
Oh, they have a Marchesi, a Testani. We've got a few Italianos.
I'm already hungry.
Puck controlled off the draw by the Knights. Along the far boards and an opportunity to break out. They just shoot it in. In behind Kogut. Giving chase there. Knocks his man off the puck. Staying with it, though, to the line and kept in. Opportunity in front again. Kogut has to come a big rebound. Kogut again! 2 big stops in that sequence by Kogut.
We are 3 minutes in, and we're marking down about 4 saves out of Kogut right now.
Oh, remember that sequence. The one about 2 minutes in, and then those 2 big stops right there.
It's very uncharacteristic, sloppy play in the CC end. They're going to have to clean that up, or these guys are going to start putting them in the net.
Hey, you know what? Everybody that I talked to, Mike, this is our first opportunity to see the Knights. Everybody that I talked to said this is a darn good team, and certainly the results show it. This puck knocked in behind Kogut. He's going to stop it and pass it to his defenseman, McQuaid. McQuaid goes to the other side, able to break it out into the neutral zone. Catholic Central has to restart. With some speed now is Nada. He dumps it in deep. Dorgan chasing after it. Nada comes in to help, trying to spin. Also down there is Thompson. Thompson tries to get it back to Nada. Good work by the D-man down there. I'm going to say it again, Mike. I can't see their numbers for the life of me.
Not at all.
Knocked in, though. Knights on it again. Knights certainly with the better chances early on. Let's see if Catholic Central can change that. Not there, though, as icing is called.
We're going to get just a little bit of a Weak pass up the middle, turnover, and this is what happens. It turns right back into a scoring opportunity with not one, but I believe 2 saves here by Mr. Kogut on the rebound. Again, the defense on them a little bit sloppy in their own end right now, Sean.
Cole Johnson takes his draw for the Knights. I think they're going to drop it again, though, Mike.
So after that shift where they gave up those opportunities, a nice shift by Dorgan and Thompson and Nada down there, putting the pressure, getting puck retrievals and first touches and putting the pressure in their end.
Sean Goff takes the draw for the Shamrocks. For the record, he spells his first name the correct way. Now he comes the other way. Here's Goff. Nice poke by the defenseman. They get it to the line, but not out. Kept in by Catholic Central. Goff again, shot in tight. Oh, I don't know how he missed that, Mike. Right on the doorstep of Choinski. Another shot, Choinski with a big stop. Catholic Central's got something going now. Pass in front. Choinski just pokes that away. Opportunity to break out, high off the glass, keep it simple, and it goes out of play. Draw stays in the attacking zone.
Oh, this is going to be 6. This is Smadge, and he's just, that's what happens. Oh, that go off the post.
Yeah, I think it did.
It looked like it went off the post, but this is how CC goes. A sloppy shift. Dorgan and Thompson come out a good shift. Then Goff and Smash come out with another good shift. Let's see if they keep it rolling with this shift.
Marchese to take the draw, controlled by the Knights. They ring it around the near side. Near side boards, still not able to get it out. Catholic Central keeping that pressure on. Promptly punch back in as CC has to touch up. 3 coming the other way now. 3-on-2 with speed. Nice move to the dot. Oh, deflected in front. Had to be very careful there.
I believe that was Duncan, the most dangerous player on this team right now.
Nice pass in the neutral zone. 2-on-2 now. Pass in front for Zerlip. Couldn't control it. They're working back behind the net. Marchese. Now an opportunity to come up for the Knights, and they do. Little give and go here in the neutral zone, picking up some speed, and good speed at that is Provaznik. Provaznik still on the puck. Twist, turns, looked like he was knocked off the puck for a second, but he's still fighting down in the corner. Catholic Central finally gets it out. 3 of them coming the other way, but they change. All by his lonesome as Shamrocks make the change is Testani. Well, you want an Italian name, Mike? Dominic Testani. How about that one?
I like it again. Every time I just want some pasta, Sean.
That pass misses, goes the length of the ice for the icing. 10:54 to go. Hey, by the way, Alta Equipment knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction with industry-leading service and support. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Thank you, Mr. Foss. Nice to have Mr. Foss handing me things tonight.
Sean, right now I'm really impressed with St. Francis. They're making real quick, short passes, everything to that net, and they're generating a ton of offense.
Here they come again, 3 of them in the neutral zone. Pass in front, can't connect. Another shot there, though. Kogut had to be careful. They're buzzing, Mike. You're absolutely right. And finally an opportunity to come the other way. French with speed. French is going to knock it in behind Choinky, takes a bounce, and he says, enough of this. I'm just going to freeze it.
Well, I mean, we could say maybe CC's been a little bit sloppy in their own end, but we have to give credit to St. Francis and the pressure that they're putting on them to cause that sloppiness, Sean.
Shout out to our buddy, the coach, Kirk Hunter, who's a little under the weather tonight and couldn't be with us, but he was kind enough to let us know he's watching. Thank you, Coach. Feel better.
Feel better, Coach. We missed you.
Draw stays in the night zone. No score yet here at Big Boy Arena. There's a shot high slot. Didn't miss by much, Mike. Quick release there by Gabe Thompson.
That's the guy that Coach Cal said is 100% energy, always on the go.
Choinski with a little business, getting in the legs of Thompson there. Catholic Central with a turnover in neutral zone. Let's see if Dorgan can do something with that. Knights, though, playing well in their own zone. Not giving up a lot of chances here. Certainly, Mike, if you talk about quality scoring chances so far, it's advantage Knights.
Yes. They are, and I think it's those real quick passes in the zone.
Centering pass doesn't connect. Here comes Catholic Central. 2 of them the other way, but look at the Knights getting back. 4. Nice move there. Nobody on the near wing. Knights on it again. Send it along the near boards out into the neutral zone. Controlled by Catholic Central. Backhand pass, Nada. There's a shot coming in by Smadge. Didn't miss by much. Ring it around the near boards. To the line. Puck bouncing in front. Good play just to play it up to himself. And here's another opportunity. Coming in on Kogut. Waiting. Kogut with a toe stop with the leg hanging up. Kogut's been the story here tonight, Mike.
He's keeping him out, but this guy, this Duncan, he is entertaining to watch. He's in the right spot getting that stretch pass.
Now here comes Shamrocks trying to use the defenseman as a screen. Puck didn't get through. Into the corner and cleared out to the neutral zone. Catholic Central starts over there. Karadimas. Waiting, looking. You can see the head up. Passes it back to the point. Kept in at the point by Durant. He just promptly sends it back in deep. Shamrocks on it again in the near corner. Now an opportunity to come out for Knights. They do. Into the neutral zone. That pass misses, but Catholic Central has to start over in their own zone. Collision there in the neutral zone, trying to knock it back in, but Catholic Central on the puck again. Good work there by Testani. He's knocked off the puck. CC has to touch up, getting back in deep. Look at Zurlup coming in with speed. Zurlup trying to force a turnover. He does. But Knights jump back on it, Mike. I like the way this St. Francis team plays, Mike.
Right now they're playing a cleaner game, better passing, and that's why they're getting more opportunities.
Puck kept in at the line, promptly shot back in. 7:50 to go, no score. Swift moving first period. Two talented teams. They rebound in front, backhand. Oh, he looked behind him again, the puck up. Shot comes in, score!
You knew it was going to break, Sean. You knew it was going to break. He's on his back. He's flipping around. He made about 3 saves. And I can't tell from the jersey, Sean, we're looking at number 6, I believe.
Bruchalski.
Because here comes the saves here. This is where he's going to start flipping around here. And again, you got 4 CC guys around, and he's still standing with the puck, Sean. That's something that they're going to have to clean up. Rebound, standing around, and then you got to get a piece of that right there. He just won. 6 comes in from the D and just wins the puck battle. And hey, Kogut made about 52 saves there. He just didn't get the one. Sean.
Well, it's a deserving 1-0 lead right now for Knights. Make no mistake about that. And here they come again. 2 of them. Breaking to the front. Pass in front. Can't connect. Knights have the jump to be sure right now, Mike. They drew first blood and they're looking for more. In behind the net. Sealed along the back. Good job by Masick there. Now Masick goes and picks it up. Sends it around the far boards, but not out. Kept in by Cole Johnson. That one nearly a break. Choinski says, I'm just going to freeze this. We'll keep the puck in our own zone for a draw.
It's just very uncharacteristic. Right now, CC seems to be swimming in their own heads in their zone, Sean. They're just flying around. They're not connecting on passes. It's something, again, I've used this word about 15 times already. They've got to clean that up because this is a team that's going to take advantage of it, and they are right now.
Exactly 7 minutes to go here. 1-0 Knights. CC wins the draw. D to D. Block shot doesn't get through. Giving chase in the corners, Nada. In back behind the net. The captain, Dorgan, sends it out in front. Nothing but Knights there, and they're able to clear it into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck through the neutral zone. Nearly picked up by CC. Good hustle there. Trying to break their way through, and we're going to get a penalty here. Absolutely, Mike. That's going to, you saw it right away. I think you had the arm up before the official did, pal.
Yeah, you can see he got his stick up under his chin. It's probably going to be a cross check. High stick is what referee May will call him, is going to make that call there. And again, just things not connected for CC. This was a line, that Dorgan-Thompson line, had a couple good shifts in a row. Looked like they were creating some pressure again. And they step on their own foot with a penalty, Sean.
Provaznik with a big draw here. He wins it forward to himself. Very clean. Puck possession thrown in front to the line, but kept in. Thrown into the corner now. That's France in behind the net. He's knocked off the puck. Keep it simple is Dye, who throws it the length of the ice. Good job getting down there and wreaking havoc by Zurlip. Look at Zurlip doing work, Mike, with 1, 2, 3, 4 Knights on it.
He's making his personal trainer, the
Shot
Russian
in
Bear,
front.
proud.
Oh, that deflected. What a shift, though, by number 9, Zurlip.
Yeah, he worked out with Sebi for a while there with the Russian Bear, so he's going to be
Who's
proud.
Sebi, by the way? Tell everybody who Sebi is.
Sebastiano Ivesil. My son played here for 3 years at Catholic Central and worked out with Ian Zurlip, so we know that Vadim is going to be very proud of that shift from Ian Zurlip.
Knights have to start in their own zone with $1:25 left in this power play. Throwing it in the corner, a little dump and chase there. First one there is Leiter. And here comes CC. There's 2 of them, Mike. 2-on-1, and I don't think they know it. Waiting, but he scores! Gabe Thompson with a short-handed goal, and the Shamrocks tie it up.
And that is pure effort, and that is exactly what Coach Kalnicki talked about, Gabe Thompson. This guy is all energy. He skates 100% all the time, and he just skated away right here. And here he comes. He's in by himself, Sean. And this right here is just such a strong move to his forehand. As Q goes down, he goes up. That is just a beauty of a goal for Gabe Thompson.
I don't think Gabe knew that there were 2 Shamrocks. He was taking that in all himself, and that was the right decision as we are tied up. Still a minute left in this St. Francis power play, however. 1-1 here in the Catholic League Championship. St. Francis looking to change that now on the power play. Knocked down in the corner. Trying to get somebody in front. Setting it up. Kogan hugging his post. Wouldn't allow it. St. Francis still on the puck. Opportunity to clear, and they do.
You know, the way it looks right now, you would think CC had the game last night, not St. Francis, who played Chip Valley. They look like the fresher, better skating team right now.
That pack picked off, but knocked back in. Giving chase is Schlack. Took a very favorable Shamrock bounce and out into the neutral zone, and Shamrocks now clear it all the way. Only 10 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity for the Knights. Catholic Central even the score on a short-handed goal. And now we're back at full strength. Masick in the corner, picks up some steam, gets it out into the neutral zone. Knights take it over there, backhand pass, and now the Knights have to start over with Mitchie. Contentious knocking into Kogut. Kogut's going to say, nope, I'm going to freeze that. We'll get a draw in our own zone with 4:13 to go here in this first period.
And when talking to Coach Cal in the pregame interview, Sean, he talked a lot about his defense moving the puck with a purpose. They're not doing it right now. They're just moving the puck to get it off their stick to go forward. When they're playing well, they're moving it with a purpose and creating opportunities.
Cole Johnson with a clean draw. You've seen them do that a few times here, Mike.
They're winning the faceoff, Sean.
Knights trying to throw it in front. That one knocked away. Dorgan with an opportunity to get it out. Can't quite do it. Still kept in. Finally knocked out. Played with a high stick, and they got to whistle that down.
I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to be honest here, Sean. I don't think I'd want to be in that CC locker room in between periods here if this keeps up, because they, again, that moving that puck with a purpose, they're just putting pucks in spot that you can't have it in. It's turning into turnovers. And again, the St. Francis team is as dangerous probably as anyone they've played, especially since the Heartland game. They're gonna make you pay for this.
I really like this team, Mike. Coach Varga, when talking about this team, got a big smile on his face. I think he knows he has a special group, and they're certainly showing it so far here tonight. Puck to the line. Oh, nearly deflected in front. I'm not sure if Goff got a piece of it, but it kind of bounced just a wide. Chawinski hugging his post there. Puck comes back to the point. Shot from the point. Again, another deflection wide. French, though, just throwing it towards the net. Now an opportunity to come out. They do. 1-on-4 the other way. A big, clean hit inside the zone. Compliments of Mr. French. And Catholic Central just shoots it into Chawinski, who says, I'm going to freeze it with 3:15 to go here in this first period.
You know, you got guys like number 2, Miles Schlack. You got French, and that's that depth back on defense that Coach Kalnicki was talking about that gives them the opportunity to move the offensive golf to forward.
Shout out to our entire crew here. I mean, seriously, Ernest and Chuck and John Watson and Kevin and Jason and Elena. And I mentioned Mr. Foss already. Really appreciate you guys being here on a Saturday night. Most importantly, we appreciate you guys being here on a Saturday night on the State Champs Network and Local 4+. 3 minutes to go here in this first period. 1-1 game. There's a shot from the point. Oh, look in front. Once again, Kogut had to be careful. I don't think he likes somebody being in his kitchen there, Mike. Nope. Hey, at Lawrence Technological University, your vision of competing in scholarship-level college athletics can be your reality. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while studying for a world-class undergraduate degree. Scholarships are available at lturecruityourself.com. Another big draw in the CC zone. This time CC wins it, and they play it back in behind Kogut. Just dumping it into the neutral zone, misses everybody. Knights have to give chase in their own zone behind the goaltender, Quinn Choinski. 2:40 to go here. Let's see if Catholic Central can get that patented forecheck going. They cannot. Knights have done a good job of getting the puck out of their own zone here so far tonight, Mike.
They're doing a real good job with either getting tape to tape or tape to space where one of their guys can get it and relieving that pressure.
Knights go for a change, so they just backhand it into the CC zone, and there's Durant coming out with speed. Jacob Durant has that pass deflect off a skate, and he's the first one in behind the net. He's getting some help down there from Reiner as well. Big battle in behind the net, and they get the whistle.
I think the puck went under the boards there.
It happens.
Yeah. Now you see it, now you don't. The rink playing tricks, and there it's back. We got the puck back, Sean.
2:01 to go here in this first period, a 1-1 game. Don't forget, Patty Cesarini will be along at the end of the first period with a conversation. Big draw in the Knight zone. Knights knock it off the end boards and chipped out. Let's see who's going to get there first with this race to the puck. Knights get there first. Scored! Oh, look at that, Mike. A bouncing puck just thrown in front. Throw to the net and things happen, and they just did for the Knights.
Yep, and that the guy getting to that puck was number 27, Jackson Duncan here, Sean. And you want to see with Jackson Duncan, you got to put the pressure on. You can't give him that much room. He puts it right on the guy going to the net. Again, I got the puck. They're going to the net. We heard Coach Varga kind of talking about the simple things of the goal against Cranbrook in overtime. Get the puck, go to the net, put the puck on net. That's exactly what Duncan just did there.
A fortuitous bounce, and then Jackson Duncan did the rest with that pass out in front. 2-1 now, Knights. And here they come again, looking for more. There's three of them. Shot in towards Kogut. Kogut had to be careful there. That puck bounces up, and he says enough of that. So $1:23 to go in this one. And it looked like the ice was starting to tilt the other way, and the Knights said, no, sir, we're going to take it back. Hey, if you missed the latest episode of Hockey Time featuring that guy and yours truly, no worries. We got you covered. Coming up at the break, it's part 1 of 2 of the best high school hockey talk show in the state coming your way after the first. 2-1 Knights. CC takes over. Here's a pass. Opportunity, near wing, shot. Oh, Choinski came out and challenged it from Smodge. CC on it, though. Less than a minute to go. Puck stays in. And then finally an opportunity for Knights to come the other way. No. Leiter throws it far side, shot in on Choinski, and he's just going to freeze it there and get the draw with 45.9 seconds remaining.
It looked like Masick was trying to play that trick twice. He scored a goal from center ice in Alpena. He just put it on there hoping that it would get a little bit of a bounce. It kind of tricked him a little bit, but hey, they're going to take the face-off. They're doing a good enough job in the face-off circle, Sean. They don't mind taking this face-off.
Mike, who got credit for that? Was it Bruchalski or Provaznik? Because I couldn't tell if it was 6 or 8. Was it Provaznik?
Well, they each have one. I think Buchalski got the first one, so it was Provanchik that got second.
2-on-1 coming the other way. Hold that. Nice sliding play by the defender, Mike Leiter. And Cece with an opportunity to come the other way with speed. Zerlip stops. Choinski knocks it away to the line and finally into the neutral zone. Boy, nice play to himself there was France. But picked up. Again, France. Able to get it. Shot back in behind Kogan. Giving chase down there is French. Still on it, Knight. Centering pass. Couldn't connect. And that is going to do it for this first period. What an entertaining first period. And St. Francis, Mike, quite frankly, with a deserving 2-1 lead after the first period of play.
Yeah, they're doing those simple things that we were talking about, Sean. When they have the puck in the offensive zone, they've got forwards flying to the net, and it is creating chances, and it's created 2 goals.
I believe we're going to throw it to Patty Cesarini in just a moment, but we can tell you, Mike, that your score after the first period of play, Catholic Central trails Toledo St. Francis by a score of 2-1. It was Bruchalski and Provaznik for St. Francis and Gabe Thompson with the goal for Catholic Central. While we have a moment, why don't we throw it down to Patty Cesarini. Patty?
Coach, your team comes out of the gate extremely aggressive, puts a ton of pressure on Catholic Central. How did the mentality of this team coming into the game reflect the type of play you just saw?
Well, we just told them that we got to just battle hard. I mean, every time seems like we get a goal, the momentum, they come back and score on us. So we're trying to get the mentality of don't give up, don't quit, whatever. I mean, you're playing one of the top teams in the country. I mean, we're trying to hold on, do everything, make sure, we get away with a little bit. And the bottom line is if we don't work hard, we're going to lose.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sean?
Thank you very much, Patty, and Coach Varga as well. End of the first period. Toledo St. Francis with a 2-1 lead. Let's throw it back to the State Champs studio, and we'll take a look at our latest edition of Hockey Time.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Lieboy, Senebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
And welcome to another edition of Hockey Time here on the State Champs Network and Local 4 Plus. Along with my broadcast partner, Mike Ivesel, I am Sean Belegian. So much to talk about from the holiday weekend. First and foremost, I hope you and yours had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. But Mike, you got a chance. I love this. I've said this for years. I wish more of this stuff would happen around the state. Get a centralized rink where you have teams from all over the state coming up and give people a chance to see some of the great hockey being played all over the great state of Michigan. You got a chance to see that in Alpena.
Absolutely. We say it all the time. We need more showcases, and this is a showcase that showed up, Sean. All the teams there, good teams, good competition. But first, I've got to thank the Wildcat coaches, the volunteers, and Matt, the guy that made sure I had everything I needed all weekend. Thank you very much. Also, thank you to the coaches who took time to stop and talk to me, even though they didn't have to with all the stuff they had going on that weekend. What an atmosphere Friday night for what they were calling the main event, CC Alpena. 5 deep on the boards, packed in the stands, AC/DC blaring. I'll send in you text. It's what we say high school hockey should be. Real quick, a couple things that I noticed. Cap City, Sean, they're going to be a problem. When the Sean Story in net got a 2-1 victory in a shootout, great job. EGR, if they can get the offense to match that goaltending, they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. Chip Valley, I liked what they saw. Nice win over Caledonia. Cameron Staskowski, Sean, the kid's always around the puck. He had a real nice weekend. Matawan, the coaches told me, take a look at our goalie, Mike. He went out and had a shutout. You gotta like that when you live up to what the coaches said. Alpena, we're gonna talk about Gavin Winterstein. Sean, he's a big body. He was kind of by himself against CC, but I love his commitment to a 200-foot game this year. CC figuring it out. Defense moving it to offense, and their goalie Kogut, I believe is the way we're gonna say it. Really some timely saves, but let's not leave without saying Kalamazoo United. They went there undefeated. They lost both games. But during that game, the games I saw, they ran 12 forward, Sean. They used that depth that we talk about all the time. And number 14, Josh Van Eitzen, a smooth skating defenseman, always into play, making plays. He's someone to keep an eye on.
I love hearing that stuff because if you remember in the last couple of years, you've seen Matawan go like this. And I say it all the time. You know what? When you can bang on that door and say, we want to be a usual suspect, you know what? When you get those eyes on you and you keep doing it, that's how you become a usual suspect. No doubt about that. We had 2 games last week, phenomenal games, both of them great atmospheres. Mike, let's start with the game we did Tuesday, Game Time Live, here on the State Champs Network and Local 4+. Novi Northville, I'll say it again, the band in the stands is unbelievable. It really is. Shout out to Coach Ossenmacher for talking the band into showing up and being a big part of that atmosphere.
And not only that, but putting them right next to us so it beat in our heads, those drums, boom, 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 all night. It was a great environment. Love to get to be a part of it. I missed it the first time you guys did it. Tommy Mironoff, did he live up to all the expectations? 100. And I really liked what I saw at Agelski. Big-time player.
And Novi's got some pieces. Make no mistake about that. Coach Leitz continues to go like this with the Wildcats. The next night, one of my favorite places, I don't hesitate to say it, really cool to go to Brighton and watch the Bulldogs. I mean, the stands are always packed. The student section is huge. Listen, Brighton's going to be okay. But I'm going to tell you what, right now, if I had to do the rankings, and I don't for another week, you'll get your first rankings next week. I think I might just put Orchard Lake St. Mary's as the best team in the state right now.
I can't argue it. I was thinking the same thing. And they might just have the best player right now in Thaddeus Rainish. He was outstanding and electric that entire game. But let's not forget Diesel Carrera on that backside.
100.
I thought he was steady and he anchored that whole team. Really liked what I saw out of Brighton too. Coach Cavisto used that whole bench. You're right. They're going to be all right.
Lots of things coming up. What we like to do, we're going to jump around a little bit on this show. You know, we like to look ahead to some of the big games that are coming up. And we also want to kind of put a little circle around some of the teams that deserve a shout out. Like you mentioned, Kalamazoo deserve a shout out. There's some teams that we need to hit on in that regard. But one that really has piqued my interest, and I'm going to see what my schedule looks like, coming up this week, Granville, I mean, one of the gentlemen in the state of Michigan, as far as I'm concerned, Joel Brazil. He's got another outstanding squad, off to a great start. taking on Trenton, who, I'm going to say it again. Trenton, you're not fooling me. You guys think you're flying under the radar? No, we know how darn the Trojans are. Heck, they are each and every year. I'm really intrigued at this one, Mike.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued because Granville is out to a hot start, 3-0-1. They've only allowed 2 goals all season. This is going to be their toughest test in Trenton. And if there's one thing we know is Donovan Durbin shows up to these games. Big-time player in big-time games. Can they keep him off the score sheet?
As we mentioned, I want to take a quick jaunt around the state as well and recognize some teams off to a good start. You touched on this one. I would like you to elaborate on it. Joe Ford doing such a fantastic job with Cap City, and he does so much for the game behind the scenes. I don't think people realize that, but Cap City is a team to keep a watch on.
Yeah, their only losses to CC right now. I thought they were impressive in Alpena, and Coach Ford, once he noticed me in my big hat and big jacket, he was like, "Mike, how you doing?" It was great catching up with them. The whole time we were talking, Sean, he kept saying, "Mike, remember, we're a young team.
Yep.
We're really young." But I like the way we bounce back. This is a resilient team. If it's a bad period, they're going to be better the next period. If it's a tough game, they're going to be better the next game. Sean's story in that helps that a lot. But let's keep an eye on Dan Hansel, number 7. He had a real good weekend in Alpena.
Marquette, another team. I mean, it's not like they fly under the radar. Coach Garrell's done such a fantastic job with them. When you talk about the best team in the UP, that remains to be seen. They split a home and home with Houghton this weekend, but Marquette's got a lot going right for it.
Yeah, I think those the UP teams are going to beat each other up all year. But how about this run of Marquette playing Brother Rice, Clarkston, Dow, TC West, and Houghton back-to-back games? Coach Doug Garrow, when we talked to him in the UP, he couldn't wait to get back behind that bench, and there'll be a better team with him on that bench.
That's what he's yelling.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Senebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Looking for a
And welcome back into Fraser, Michigan, Big Boy Arena. Period 2 about to start here, the Catholic League Finals. Toledo St. Francis, Mike with a deserving 2-1 lead over Catholic Central.
Yep, they were doing all the little things right. Getting pucks out, getting pucks in, getting guys to the net, creating chances. CC, for as bad as the period it might have been for them, they're only down in shots 12-11, so they're still creating chances. They just got to stop the chances in their own zone, Sean.
St. Francis punches it in. First one there is Schlack for CC. Sends it along the near boards, not able to clear it out though. St. Francis on it again. Big battle for the puck along the far boards. 2-on-2 down there, still scrapping at it. 3 Knights come in, but it's Catholic Central coming out with the puck and breaking out the other way. Dorgan on the near wing. Sent a shot just past Choinsky. And Knights with an opportunity to go the other way. They're going to change, so Schlack is going to pick it up in his own zone. With speed. Carries into the neutral zone. Nice move there. Schlack going end to end. Schlack with a backhand pass. High slot. Nobody home. Back to the point. Kept in at the point. Knights with an opportunity to get it out, and they do. They skate out with it. 3 Knights coming the other way now. Puck comes into the corner. That's Bruchalski. Back to the point. Kept in by Knights for the moment, then promptly shot back in. 2-1 St. Francis on top. Smadge tries to get it out. Now finally backhanded. 2-on-1 the other way. Pass in front. What a stop by Choinski. Puck lay there for a moment. They can't knock that rebound in. But a beautiful pass from Smash. To the line, kept in. In behind the net. Sean Goff gives chase. Knights clear it along the near boards and now clear it out. That's going to go the length of the ice for icing.
Great opportunity down there. Great play by Smash coming up. Yep, here comes Smash right there, 28. We've got Karadimas coming with the tip, and what a save by Q there. And it comes out, it gets right on the Goff stick. Those little things you want. Go to the net, go to the net. Goff goes to the net. It just rolled off his stick before he could get it in the net.
Knights win this draw in the defensive zone, send it around the boards, and finally out. Catholic Central, though, retains possession, neutral zone. Shot in towards Q. He just gloves it down for his defender. Catholic Central getting that forecheck going, though, Mike. 2 Shamrocks in there, still doing battle. St. Francis sends it the other way. Puck kept in at the line. But now an opportunity to come out for Knights, 2 of them. It's Masick. Knocked it into the neutral zone, but here come the Knights again. Shot through the neutral zone. That's not going to make it for icing. I believe they're going to wave that off. Indeed they are. Oh, centering pass, nobody home. Just out in front of Q, and now coming with speed the other way is Brogley. Brogley on the back end. Nice move there. Tries a saucer pass in front, nobody home. Shamrocks, opportunity to get it out, and they do. Into the neutral zone. Play called at the line.
And talking to Coach Varga, Sean, he mentioned that he had a short team. You know, I got a couple guys that might get to 6 feet, a lot of 5'9". The one thing he failed to mention to us is how strong each and every one of these guys are on the puck. When they got the puck, they are hard to knock them off, and it's really showing.
14:05 to go here in this second period. St. Francis hanging on to this 2-1 lead. Catholic Central throws it in the neutral zone, promptly punch back in. Having to give chase is Schlack. In behind his own net. Plays it over to Dye, and dangerous in front, Mike.
Wow. They call that an own goal, right?
Yeah.
An own goal. As Dye was trying to clear it, bounced right off the skate, but that's why goalies, you have to be prepared at all times. Just because your guy's got the puck, you can't take your eye off it, because that was a glove save by Kogan.
Can you believe almost 4 years ago, the ultimate own goal in a Game 7, Mike? The Smythe Division Finals between Edmonton and Calgary.
Seems like just yesterday.
That's almost 40 years ago.
Wow.
My
Is that
goodness.
Smith, right?
Steve Smith. Past Grant Fuhr. Indeed. Shamrocks now. Dodge that bullet. Trying to get something going the other way. St. Francis comes the other way with 3. Putting on the brakes, trying to set up shop, knocked off the puck. Here comes Shamrocks. That pass doesn't connect, picked off by France. France is going to take a little spin, throw it back to the defense partner. He has to start over. Big hit in front of the bench, Mike.
Dorgan.
And out to France. France just dumps it in. Kogut comes out, plays it himself. High off the glass, but not out. This one sent promptly back in behind Kogut. Giving chase down there is McQuaid. Kept in, however, by Knights. Now, finally, Catholic Central gets a chance to come out the other way. Here's Karadimas. Karadimas 1-on-3. Karadimas centering pass. Delayed penalty coming up, Mike. Goff on it. Back to the point. In, back behind the net. Finally touched up by the Knights.
That was the play they won. Number 7, Nick McQuaid's got a big shot. Goff did his dance around there, got the puck back for the shot just a little bit high. But now we're going to get our first look at the CC power play, Sean.
2-1. Shamrocks going on a power play with 12:33 to go here in this second period. What an entertaining game, though, Mike.
And I'm very interested to see here how aggressive St. Francis is on their PK, Sean, because out in the neutral zone and in their offensive zone down here, they're aggressive on the puck, and they're causing a lot of issues for CC.
Goff takes this draw for Shamrocks. Did I mention he spells his first name Sean the right way?
Yes.
Wins it forward. He's on it in the corner. Goff back to the point. Back to Goff. In deep. Showing some patience in behind the net. Pass deflects out in front, but Shamrocks retain possession at the point. Leiter with a wrist shot. Big rebound lay there. Backhanded out of the zone by the Knights, though. Oh, they held on and able to clear it. Shamrocks have to start in their own zone, Mike.
I say when they get back in, we know they're trying to set up number 7 with the big shot, so I'm going to see if they can do it.
Karadimas, he got things going. Helped draw that penalty. Using his big body to shield the puck. Back to the point, shot comes in. Q had to be careful there on that rocket from McQuaid. Goff in behind the net. He's being hassled. An opportunity to come out now. Provasnik able to clear it, and the Knights get that long change.
Yep, they're CC's got the room out there to kind of move that puck around and set it up. Now he's got to settle it down here with PP2 out.
50 seconds remaining in this power play. Dorgan sends it back to the point, but coming the other way. Oh, big hit from behind, and that's going to be a penalty. That's going to even things up, Mike. Make no mistake about that.
Yeah, I think that was smash. Not quite sure why he's going. I thought 8. Is that I can't see with the
Jackson?
8,
I
so
think
Jackson
it's Leiter.
Leiter.
Yep.
Taken after his brother. His brother Nick Leiter was a big hitter when he was here at CC, but another one of those defensemen turned forward. That seems to be the thing at CC.
So we'll play 4-on-4 for the next 41 seconds, and then it'll be the Knights going on the power play. Draw stays in the Shamrock zone.
Let's keep an eye on 23, Ryan Dye. These are some opportunities where he's going to like to skate the puck.
Buck gets into the neutral zone, knocked back in by Catholic Central, however. Wearing that 19 is Marchese. Something with those Italians in 19, Mike.
Well, Italians and us calling games, we seem to have a handful of them all the time. He's doing 19 proud, though, Sean.
Yes, he is. Centering pass, nobody home, off the stick of Schlack, but Knights on it. And now here comes CC the other way. Marchese's shot deflects into the corner. Giving chase down there is Dye. Dye with a hard angle shot. Puck comes near side. Waning moments of this 4-on-4. There's a shot. No problem for Q by Zurlip.
It's in!
That's going to be a shorthanded goal, too, Mike. Zurlip didn't give up on it. He did not give up on that. Throw the puck at the net and things happen.
I was just going to say, Sean, you can see that that's probably a theme in the locker room because we have a bad angle shot here. The first one that almost gets caught in his feet and goes in. Zurlip's going to come in with a nice forecheck here. He's going to get the puck. He's going to wrap around, just throw it on the net. They're just throwing pucks on the net right now. Right here, boom. Off the defenseman, skating in.
That's going to go in the book as a shorthanded goal. So they each have a shorthanded goal now, Mike.
Yep, that's a nice effort by Mr. Zurlip.
All right, shot in there by France, in behind the net. Catholic Central looking to clear that, and they do. Knights have to start in their own zone in this 4-4 game with 10:10 to go here in the second period. Catholic League champion. Catholic Central looking again. Shot comes in. Q had to be careful. Short-handed try once again by Shamrocks as it was Zurlip in once again. And now Knights coming. 3 of them. Centering pass. Can't connect. Working hard down there is Johnson as that puck knocked off. The dangerous Duncan throws it in back behind the net. Right out in front. 2 Knights in there. Kogan lays out and finally cleared.
Oof, a little bit of a breakdown on the PK, Sean. That guy was all alone. The puck just got caught up in his skates. But again, Kogan standing tall in net.
15 seconds remaining in this power play. Knights knock it in deep. First one there is McQuaid. McQuaid sends it back whence it came, and that should pretty much do it for this power play opportunity for Knights. Teams are at full strength with 9:10 to go. Catholic Central depth showing here. Thompson back in behind the net. Karadimas. There's that big body again. Boy, you've seen him shield the puck in that corner a few times, Mike.
He's using, you said, using that big body, Sean, killing the puck, eating it, but maintaining possession is the key thing as he comes out with it right there.
French and Karadimas doing yeoman's work down there, keeping the puck in. And now Knights with an opportunity to get out. That pass misses, and it goes for an icing.
I heard you use that D word, Sean, depth. We were talking about it in between periods if it was going to catch up, and we're seeing CC with a little more jump.
Mike, the Michigan Hockey Coaches Association wants to remind you where you can find all of the high school hockey scores, standings, and player stats. Go to the hub, mihshockeyhub.com. Catholic Central wins the draw. That puck comes up, and John Watson nearly got cranked in the face. Thank the good Lord there was some protective glass in front of John Watson.
I almost had to save you again, Sean. Remember when
I was
saved
ready
you
this time. I had my glove hand up this time.
I was not. I was looking down at my sheet trying to see what the line matchup was.
Catholic Central. Centering
Oh,
pass.
what?
Oh, no! I can't believe that didn't go in, Mike. And
Wow.
even the Shamrock players had their arms up. We're going to have to look at that replay because I thought that puck went in.
That was a great move by DePonio.
Here
and a
comes
great
Duncan.
feed.
Duncan plays it to himself, tries to center it in front. It lay there for the moment. Now Knight's on it again. Kogut says enough. Boy, Mike, if we get a chance to look at that replay, let's see what happens here.
It's going to be our man DePonio, I believe. Is that who's in the corner? No, we can't see, but they dish it out. And did he miss it? Wow, that had to have gone. That had to have gone wide.
Well, DePonio even put his hand up. He thought the puck was in.
I'm looking at DePonio, and I thought I was seeing things twice. There's two DePonios on this team, 10 and 13. That's why I was all messed up.
Oh, a big stop there by Kogut right on the doorstep, and Shamrocks get a chance to clear it out. Here they come. Karadimas, he's seen a lot of ice time. Karadimas with a shot.
Oh.
Rebound, score! Smudge!
So we were talking about the little thing St. Francis did in the first period. CC took notes because they're doing it here in the second period with getting pucks and guys to the net.
I'll tell you what, this 28 has been a force, Mike.
Yes, he has. Again, using his body, getting by, taking a big shot, and then 6 smash, going to the net and nailing it. He has, Sean. You hit that one right on the head. Mr. Karadimas has had himself a heck of a first half of this game.
He sure has. Catholic Central with their first lead of this game. But here come Knights. Tripped up in the corner. Still on it, Mike. Now all of a sudden they're having a tough time getting it in front as Catholic Central breaks out again. Knights take it for the moment. They have to force back into their own zone. Putting on the brakes there is Broglie. Coming the other way, send it in deep, but it's McQuaid on it. McQuaid stops, throws it in the neutral zone. Picked off there, however. And it's Gabe Thompson trying to go the other way. A little game of hot potato before it's sent in back behind the Knights bench. Catholic Central on it again, centering pass doesn't connect. Thompson there, puck kept in, puck still in. Now finally 2-on-2 the other way. Good job getting back, however, by Nada. This rolls in on Kogut, and he says enough of that and freezes it.
As this period's going along, Sean, what we're seeing is less and less room for St. Francis, less and less time for St. Francis, and they've got to be thinking it's deja vu because every time they look up, there's another line coming off that bench and 4 checking hard, going 100%. CC's really got their game going right now.
3-2. Shamrock's first lead of the game, Mike.
Yep, and got to see if they can hold it now here. Again, the game seems to be tilting that way, but they got to keep it going. And one thing they got to get going, Sean, is the outlet passes from the D to forwards.
I'm going to tell you what, I like this Knights team, though. I really do. You can see why they've had so much success in Ohio and in the Catholic League.
Yeah, when they
2-on-1 coming the other way. Here's an opportunity offside at the line. A little zig and a little zag do it to you every time.
Yeah, he had that, and it's one of those you get caught in that tough spot, Sean. You're almost trying to go fast to create that headman pass here. You can see it's like, am I going to get it? No, I'm not. I got to stretch it, and I just couldn't stretch it long enough. It's one of those when you're watching it as a coach, you're like, make that first pass quick in the neutral zone to that head guy. It makes that defense commit. It's much cleaner.
Here comes Shamrocks. That's Anthony DePonio. That puck deflects out of play. Puck stays and the Knight zone with a draw. 6:14 to go here in this second period. 3-2 Shamrocks.
Well, got let's see, 2 and 23. We got Schlack and Dye out here. Why I'm referring to them is I'm really looking for the strong core of defense for Catholic Central to start creating that offense like they did in the games in the 6-game winning streak that they're on.
Knights win that draw, can't get it out. Now finally do. That's going to go the length of the ice. They'll be called for the icing, so we'll do it all over in the Knight zone. Hey, did you know at Lawrence Technological University, your vision of competing in scholarship-level college athletics can be your reality? LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while studying for a world-class undergraduate degree. Scholarships are available at lturecruityourself.com. Knights get a chance to break out here after winning the draw. Backhanded in behind the net. Kogut gonna backhand it the other way. No, he loses it. He gets some support from one of his defenders down there. And the puck to the line. Finally chipped out, coming the other way is Catholic Central with some speed. That's Anthony DePonio. He puts on the brakes, sends it back in behind the net to Reiner. Now the Knights come the other way. Knocked in the corner as they go for a change. Picked up there is Schlack. Schlack out into the neutral zone. Trying to play it into the corner is Simone. In behind the net, Knights control and an opportunity to break out. They do into the neutral zone. Shot in behind Kogut. Kogut's going to send it near side. Wait for some help near side, and he gets it. Coming the other way is Smash with Goff. Centering pass doesn't connect. Karadimas down there. Played high off the glass. 2 Knights coming the other way. Look at Goff coming back to make sure that it's 2-on-3. Catholic Central certainly with a little more juice right now, Mike. Play to the line. Shot comes in, deflects off Goff into the corner. Bumped off the puck, but centering pass misses everybody back behind the net. Another pass, high slot, can't connect. Wrist shot, can't get deflected. Karadimas picks it up and throws it into the neutral zone. Knights forced to dump it right back in. Kogut's going to stop it.
They've got CC running around in their own zone right now, but something that they said I think they worked on in between periods is getting that puck out. They've been clearing it. They've been stretching the passes. But before that, I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with this Casey France, number 4 for St. Francis. He doesn't seem like he's the tallest, but is he a solid kid on the puck? You've seen him with the puck taking a couple of hits and keeping the puck on the stick, Sean. Really impressed.
3-2 Catholic Central. Shot comes in, kicked aside by Q. Puck comes back in front, Mike. CC able to keep it in for the moment at the line. Knocked in deep by Nada. Just forcing the Knights to start over in their own zone might be taking a little bit of a toll here.
Yeah, that you got to see CC getting a little bit physical, trying to make them pay the price for being down there, and that's also going to take a toll.
Still doing battle in front. Puck lay there. Q finally gets a stop.
I'm trying to wait for this guy to turn because that was just a nice. Gabe Thompson, of course, Mr. Energy, according to Cal. Putting his body there, staking his claim in front, getting a couple opportunities, not letting the defenseman get it off his stick. But I'm still waiting, Sean. I'm waiting for that shift where the CC defense get really more involved in this offense.
Draw stays in the zone, won by Catholic Central. Back to Schlack. Goes D to D to Dye. Dye throws it in back behind the net. First one there is Testani. Centering pass doesn't connect, and Q says, I'm not messing around, and freezes it. Draw stays in the Knight zone.
Nice little shift here so far. Number 19, Marchese's having a nice game out there with Zerlip, and they're keeping the puck down in the offensive zone. Let's see if they can create something here.
Q has to freeze that one again with Testani lurking right in front of him, so we'll do it all over again with 3:24 to go in the second period.
Line change.
Let's see who Coach Kalinicki puts out there. Anthony DePonio, Reiner, and number 24, Liam Simone. You're seeing that Catholic Central depth, Mike.
Yep. Make that line change, especially get the fresh legs in the offensive zone, get the forecheck going, cycle it back to your defense, get people and pucks to the net.
Good job there by Schlock, reading where that pass was coming and picking it off and sending things the other way. Q lets that one go past. He gets back, but look at CC on it again. Centering pass, deflects. His French was looking dangerous. Right in Q's kitchen. Now speed coming the other way. Knights with an opportunity. The dangerous Jackson Duncan. Stopped there, but Knights going on a power play, Mike.
A little bit of a slash there. Turned the puck over. He tried to catch him, and do they call that a BC two-hander, Sean? Coming down, but that in itself took a little bit off of that shot that was coming down.
That's going to be Schlack, but
Yep.
not a lot of space out there, Mike. And look at Kogut playing that nicely. Kind of showed him the 5-hole, said, I dare you, I dare you.
Yeah, but how about that Jackson Duncan, too? He felt that defenseman coming. He knew he was going to take a stick. He put that leg out wide, protecting the puck to get that shot.
Vaznik wins that draw forward, comes near side, kept in by Knights. Still on possession, thrown in the corner for Duncan. Duncan on the puck, back to the far point. Trying to create some space. That shot deflected down in front. Knights trying to pack it in deep, Mike. In behind the net. Waiting. Centering pass doesn't get through. Still on it though, Knights. Nice pass, far dot. Knocked off the puck. Puck lay there for a second, but still kept in. That's Bruchalski. Plays it back in behind the net. Near side now. Good puck possession here by Knights, Mike. Dangerous. In behind the net. Back to the point. Far point. That puck deflects. Promptly knocked back in deep. Coming near side now is Provaznik. Provaznik working. Provaznik still on it. Twists one way. Centering pass. Deflected. Knocked down by Kogut. What intense pressure here by Knights, though.
Yeah, it's all coming off their work off the puck, Sean.
50 seconds remaining in this power play. Still kept in by Knights. Knocked down in front. Finally an opportunity for Leiter, and CC gets a much-needed clear.
Are they going to wholesale? Oh, and they're going to call a penalty.
I think they are.
Interference. Oh, they're going to give him a slash there. Got a piece of, I think that was one of the defensemen going to...
Leiter was the only one staying out, Mike, and I think a kind of a frustration slash by France.
And that comes off of he was getting the business down low on the power play, Sean. I think he got a little frustrated, and it might have been Leiter that was giving him that business, and he tried to give him a little bit of the business back as he was going off the ice.
Well, one guy gave him the business, the other guy gave him the what for. Sounds like something my dad would say, right? You gave him the what for.
You just dad-moded it 100%.
CC wins the draw. Kept in as we play 4-on-4 for the next 25 seconds. 3-2, Catholic Central.
Something to keep an eye on. It's the first time all night I've seen Masick and Dye on the ice together, two of their more offensive defensemen. Sean.
Good speed by Marchese to take that one away. Some space out there playing 4-on-4. Giveaway in the neutral zone. Now coming the other way is Dye. CC on a power play with 48 seconds left in this first period. Played in behind the net. The big body of Karadimas comes out there. High slot, an opportunity to get it out. They can't. Finally a chance to clear it. And it goes high off of poor Sam Masick. Played to Karadimas. He's going to knock it in deep. Boy, I like that kid. That 28, Mike, I think he's had a good night here.
He's used that body, and he's been around the puck and making good decisions all night.
Skating in behind his own net is Leiter. Leiter picking up speed. Over to Goff. Goff backhands it into the corner with 11 seconds remaining. Knights doing anything to get it out, and they do, and that should be the end of this period. Catholic Central leads 3-2 at the end of 2. But, Mike, anybody's hockey game going into this third period.
Yeah, that was a much-needed period out of Catholic Central. I think we might see a little bit of that depth taking its toll on St. Francis, but they're not going away, Sean. They're not running and hiding from that depth. They're still creating chances, and a one-goal game going into the third. You're absolutely right. Anybody's game.
In just a moment, we'll throw it downstairs to Patty Cesarini. I believe she's going to have a conversation with Coach Kalanicky. Always nice to catch up with Coach Kalanicky. And look what a wonderful, courteous, and kind man he is. Patty said, "May I have a conversation with you?" And he said, "Of course you can." So why don't we throw it down to Patty Cesarini right now with the always kind and courteous Coach Cal.
Thanks, guys. Coach, you came out in the second period, looked like a different team than when you started. What was the message in the locker room to the guys in that first intermission?
We need to wake up. We need to start skating. I mean, simple as things, but that's where the game goes, right? If you're not skating, you're going to be chasing from the get-go, and they were. I mean, they absolutely were. They got some guys that can fly, and they were jumping, and we were slow on everything. Slow on pucks, slow on face-offs, slow on all of our routes, whatever you want to call it. Everything was just slow and deliberate, and we needed to wake up. Better in the second period. Obviously, they're still getting a few chances that I'd like us to clean up. I mean, they're making some good plays too.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Sean?
Appreciate it, Patty, and thank you, Coach Kalanicky, as well. Your score at the end of two periods, Catholic Central holds on to a 3-2 lead. We'll send it back to the State Champs studio and Hockey Time.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Lieboy, Bogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Hey, listen, I think we've come to the point in time where you can say the Bay City Wolves are one of the usual suspects. They've been around for a while. The secret is out. And you know what? Wolves off to another good start.
4-1 start with a real quality win over a pesky Plymouth team. And they're not only usual suspects, but they always have that goal scorer. And this year, Cade Dursell already out to a hot start with 7 goals.
Matawan, we touched on them earlier. We had a chance to see them last year, and you've seen this. It's been a slow and steady climb, but they're getting there as a program, and they're somebody to keep an eye on.
Yep, they're 8-0. They had a real nice weekend. I liked everything I saw out of them in Alpena, and they said, watch our goalie. And I said, we're going to keep an eye on him. Gavin Weech. He's off to a 5-0 start with a 1.6 goals against and a 9.4 save percentage. He looked that out in Alpena, Sean. Real impressive.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that young man in regards to the wall. More on that in just a minute. Finally, you know what? Let's go to the Ann Arbor area. How about Skyline? I love the Skyline unis. I have forever. There's something about like that powder blue, sky blue, whatever you want to call it. I think it just translates. Skyline off to a good start.
7-1 start. And when you look at some of these teams, you see a guy up there with 20 points and the next guy might have 10. This is a team with 6 guys between 6 and 10 points. They're really playing a team game out there.
Hey, listen, one more thing. You know I had to tease you before we get to what you wanted, okay? Game Time Live, we are going to be out again this week. We've got the Catholic League Finals from Fraser. Listen, anything can happen when you're talking about that, but right now, Rice, CC, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, you know that's what everybody's going to talk about. Mike, it's wide open.
And I'll tell you what, every year you think you know what's going to happen, and there's an upset and something else ends up happening. This is a great tournament. I love that they do it mid-season, and it always makes for a great championship game.
All right. So here it is. This is the moment you've been waiting for. I know you guys all tune in. And before we reveal our list, let me remind you what we do. This is not a Sean contest. It is not a Mike contest. It is not a Kirk Hunter or a Chuck contest. You know what we do? We reach out to coaches all over the state. We have a quote-unquote committee, if you will. And to say that it's arduous to whittle this down to 10 would be a gross understatement, but that's exactly what we did yesterday. Now, before we reveal this, let me remind you of 2 things. Here is our criteria. See, Chuck? Chuck's got the criteria up there. I know that. You guys, this is what we deal with. We say it every year. This is how we eventually come down to our winner. And as always, you guys need to mount up and make your voice count at the website. Yes, automatically the online vote winner gets into our Final Four. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And here's the second thing I need to remind you. There will be changes on this list. If your guy isn't on that list, give me a shout. Give Mike a shout. Give State Champs a shout. We will keep eyes on it. We'll throw it at the members of our committee. We have a bunch of coaches that comprise our committee, and so we're very appreciative of the help that they do and you guys letting us know, because sometimes guys do fly under the radar. But last year, just as a reminder, and I'm using this as an example, we came out with a list, and 2 weeks later, we already had some changes on it after a couple of big showcases. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that that happens this year, but you will see changes on these lists. So without further ado, Mike, why don't we start with our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year award? And listen, you guys, I can't say enough about Warrior. I mean, the fact that Warrior is all in on this, and really the title sponsor of our Player of the Year award, really, thank you, Warrior. Thank you very much. But there it is right there. Chuck put it on your screen. That is our initial 2025-26 top 10 list. Reminder, go vote for your guy. Go to the State Champs website right now and vote for your guy. But Mike, when you look at this list, in my humble opinion, I think you see a darn good representation of all the talent that's being played really from all corners of the state.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great list. I think it encompasses everything that we're seeing this season. And there are some guys right on that outskirt that you're talking about that other people will let us know about.
More than you know. We're going to talk about as the weeks progress. I'll echo what you said about Chad. Thaddeus is a guy we saw in person. I'm not sure there's a more dynamic player right now. I mean, the show that he put on in Brighton, what can Aiden Cook do for an encore? I think people forget how outstanding Connor Arco is in Houghton. And Coach Micah was kind enough to send me some clips over the weekend, and I got to see what he's doing. So we're really happy with this list, Mike.
Yeah, and you look at Heartland, Braden Stephens. They're playing so well. I'm surprised they only had one guy that they could think of. There's a couple that I can think of on that roster right now that are playing well. But what a list. I'm excited to move forward with it and see who gets let in.
All right. So there you have it. There's our initial top 10 list. But wait, there's more. How about the wall? Here is your initial list for 25-26. There you have it. And Mike, I'm going to say the exact same thing that we did about our Player of the Year, our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year award. When you look at this list, look at the representation all over the state. And the same dynamic rings true. There were a couple guys in particular that they're knocking very hard right now, but after much deliberation, this is our initial Wall Award list, and we cordially invite you right stinking now to go to our website and vote for your guy.
Yeah, and this is a list of guys. We've seen a lot of them. Standing out to me, Ryder Owen out of EGR. Got to see him this weekend. He's a wall. I mean, not just to say the Wall Award, he's a wall. 3-2. He's got a .97 goals against, Sean. Is that any good? A .958 save percentage. One that's sneaky in there, Nicholas Kogut from CC. Got to watch him this weekend again. And when the defense broke down, he made some timely saves. Definitely deserves to be there. It's a tough list.
Yeah, and again, Chuck, one more time, can we put that criteria up there? Look at Chuck. He's the man. It's unbelievable how he does that. Same criteria. This is what we live by. The online vote getter automatically gets into our Final Four. The other three get the at-large bid after talking with our committee. And, of course, we all let it play out as all roads lead to USA Hockey Arena in Plymouth. So, again, you got... Yeah, go vote, okay? Go to the State Champs website right now and vote. Anybody's hockey game here. Catholic League Championship in Fraser. 3-2. Catholic Central on top. And they start this period with 28 seconds remaining on the power play. They have to start over in their own zone. Trying to get one last rush up there. Good play by the Knights to freeze it along the board. Shot in Q. Has to freeze it there.
Well, let's keep an eye on this period, Sean. As Coach Cal was talking to Patty after the second period there, he was really calling his team out. We're slow to puck, slow to face off, slow, playing with a little bit more speed, get going, get on top of the St. Francis team. So let's see if they can get that going. Starting with this line of Gabe Thompson and Dorgan, let's see if they get this forecheck going.
Back to the line, but kept in. Shot comes in, nearly deflected in front by Dorgan. Knights with a chance to get it out, and that's going to do it for this Shamrock power play. Shamrock's on the puck, however, Dye forced to start over, now with speed through the neutral zone. Coming along the near point, high slot, back to Dye. Dye couldn't set up shop, and now Knights with a chance to go the other way. That puck deflects, out of play.
It's a frustrated Ryan Dye there. He's had a tough time just getting it going. He has a nice rush down here. The puck just rolls off his stick a couple of times. You can feel he's starting to get going. Let's see if it continues on this shift.
I always love when Chuck walks by us and he flashes us that dimple.
Oh,
such a handsome lad, that Chuck.
You know a lot of people get that look in the stands.
Oh, they do. No doubt about that. Here come Knights with a chance to break out. Three of them. They're going to throw it in back behind Kogut, but it bounced out of play with 15:58 to go here in this third period. Hey, there's always help wanted when it comes to high school game officials. Every year, over 1,000 new officials are needed. Officiating is a great way to stay in shape, stay close to the game, and so much more. Log on to MHSAA.com for more info.
This line's had a real nice night here with Goff and Karademus. Let's see what they get going here.
That puck deflected, so Dye's going to have to go back and retrieve it behind his own net. He puts on the brakes as the Knights put on the forecheck. Now coming back, Dye gets some help. Karademus chips it up to himself, and coming with speed the other way is Smash. Smash, centering pass, big stop by Q. Oh, a lovely pass to Goff, and Q took that angle away.
And so calm in there is Choinsky. Sean, if he moved just a little bit or panicked, that puck would have came out. It stayed under, and he swept that off to the side. Real nice job.
Well, you can see why his coach talks so highly of him. Coming with speed back the other way is France. France, like a bull in a china shop. In behind the net, though, is Mason. Masick skates out. Mason just throws it in deep. First one there is CC. Back to the point, nobody home, and backhanded out for a Knights rush the other way. Shamrock's there, though, Mike. It just seems like they've got an extra step right now. Here's Testani. Testani has it hop up, and Knights with an opportunity to come the other way, promptly knocked back in by French. Knights have to start over in neutral zone. They throw it into the corner. First one there is McQuaid, but controlled by Knights. Centering pass out in front doesn't connect. Shamrocks stuck in their own zone here a little bit as the Knights put on some pressure. Centering pass, and that deflects off a stick. Coming back the other way is Simone. Simone now by his lonesome. He's taken off the puck. He gets some support down there. He gets up. Still a battle. Along the far boards. Backhanded to himself. And now out of the zone. Coming D to D. McQuaid just shoots it in. Q says, I'm going to freeze that with 13:49 to go here in the third period.
It's a wise freeze there to get the face-off and get a little bit of a rest. Gets that over to Goff, and he's got it. And then there's Q. He just closed it, but look how calm he was with that puck and kind of guided it over to the side. But with that face-off, that was real good because we're seeing this forecheck for CC to start getting a lot of first chances in puck retrieval, Sean.
Knights win the draw. Not able to get it out just yet. I think that's Flight's on the puck. Flight starts one way, tries to go the other way. Still on it again, plays it back in behind his net, and finally an opportunity to break out. Picked off in the neutral zone by Nada. Shamrocks chip it back in. Q leaves it there. Far side of the board, kept in by CC, and now finally an opportunity to come out. 2-on-1 the other way. Pass! What a stop by Kogan! Oh my goodness! Mike, let's not forget some of the stops that number 35, Nicholas Kogan, has made to keep this a 3-2 game.
And that was a good one. Their D got caught. An odd man rush coming here, and a nice little saucer pass here. I can't see the number, but he gets it over to 16 Howard with just a laser, and that was labeled going low, and he got that blocker over, knocked it in. Let's see who wins the face-off and gets the chance now.
Now the Knights have a little something going. Centering pass, nobody home, an opportunity to skate out. Here's Karadimas. He's had a good night. Play is called at the line. Offside. Smadge just a foot offside.
Yep, that was one of those, just like the last period we had St. Francis pull themselves offside. You've got to have a little bit of awareness when you're going through that neutral zone. Are the guys ahead of me? Do I have to get it in? Because if I get that in, that's going to be a successful forecheck because my guy's hitting that line with speed.
Costa Karadimas. Is that a Greek name, Mike?
Oof. That is just a name. It's one of those names like he's going to be somebody, right?
I want some Slovaki and extra Euro meat, please.
Oh.
That puck is going to be called on the icing.
You know, you talk about Euro meat. What they've got to perfect, Sean, is the gluten-free bread to wrap that Euro in.
Alta Equipment knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction with industry-leading service and support. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. I had a chance to go to Greece over the summer, pal.
Yes, you did.
Some
and
of the best
ate
food
well.
some of the best food I've ever had. I'm not even joking. I took pictures and sent my buddy, Mr. Kermanis, some pictures. I was kind of taunting him. It's nice that I could taunt Mr. Kermanis a little bit.
You have to. You have to. You got to take advantage of that. It's not every day you can.
Far side now, centering pass, deflected in, back, behind. Kogan. Another shot comes in, scores! These Knights will not quit.
That was just resilient because Kogan made the first save. It was the rebound that was there. They remain strong as I've got to wait for this guy to come across so I can see who it is. I still can't see with those jerseys.
I think it's 6.
You think it's 6, so it was Bruchalski again?
Yeah, I think it's Bruchalski again.
That is a strong kid down there.
Yeah, I'm going to apologize again. As you can see on your screen right now.
Because there's Bruchalski right there.
Okay, so it must be 8?
8?
Is it Provaznik again? Yeah, I think it's
I can't.
Boy, as you can. Folks, you're seeing what we're seeing on the screen. Tough to see these numbers, but I believe it was Provaznik. We'll get the official confirmation in just a moment. What we can tell you is we're all tied up with 12:08 to go, and Knights looking for more. It was CC with an opportunity to come out. They do. It was Provaznik.
Yes.
I can tell you that time it's Bruchalski sending it in deep. CC with an opportunity to skate it out. They do. It's Reiner. Reiner with speed. Reiner plays it up. Q freezes it. The draw will stay in that Knight zone with 11:44 to go. Anybody's hockey game here, Mike.
Buchowski giving a little shimmy there at the end of that play just to let them know that, hey, we're still here. We're not going away. I don't care about depth is what St. Francis is saying right now. We've got energy. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep pucks going to the net and scoring goals. And when Q's playing like this back here, Sean, it's a calming influence when a goalie's playing that solid, and his team is playing that in front of him.
CC wins the draw. Shot comes in just a wide of Q. CC has to start over in neutral zone. Picking up some speed is McQuaid. He shoots it in deep. First one there is Broglie. He sends it around the rim and played out. Stepping up there and picking that off is French. And now it's Dorgan. Dorgan with a shot. Rebound! Oh, just tipped away at the last second by the Knights defender. Centering pass just misses. Now CC buzzing. French centering pass lays there. Q says enough. And he's going to freeze it for the draw.
That's the shift that CC needed to get the team going here. Dorgan gets that shot off between the defenseman's legs. A nice screen saved by Q. And here comes Nada, and just the defenseman gets his stick on it, clears it just before him. But again, that's what Coach Kalinke was talking about. They seem to be just a step behind where they need to be.
Knights get it out into the neutral zone. Promptly shot back in, Mike, by CC, and Q freezes it there. Oh, what a game we have here, Mike. No doubt about that. 3-3 with 10:58 to go. Hey, folks, if you didn't believe in these Knights yet, I don't know what else to tell you. This is a darn good team that has earned their way into this Catholic League final. Well, Quinn going to come to the net for a little work at the bench, and Mike, that's never a bad idea. Hey, look, I need to get my helmet fixed, and in the meantime, you're giving your mates a well-needed breather.
Yep. And what we need to see, they need the breather. Is CC going to have a consecutive good shift, 2 in a row?
Hey, at Lawrence Technological University, your vision of competing in scholarship-level college athletics can be your reality. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while studying for a world-class undergraduate degree. Scholarships are available at lturecruityourself.com. Big face-off here. Goff going to take this for CC. I apologize yet again. We just can't see those numbers.
Yeah, even with my new contact, Sean,
that
I cannot
red on
pick
gray.
it up.
Yeah, it's controlled by CC. High slot. Puck rolls in. Backhanded away. Knights finally get a chance to get it out, and they do with 3 of them. Coming near side now. Puck taken away by Shamrocks. Another big hit in the neutral zone. Goff giving chase. Played around the ring. Nice read by Schlack there to beat everybody to the puck. Throws it near side to Die. Now shot in behind Q. First one there is Goff. Knights with a nice breakout here. Sent it to the far wing. They make changes. That puck's taken away by Masick. Throws it into the neutral zone, picked off by Knights. CC controls. Leiter to Smadge. Smadge waiting. Backhand comes in front. Bodies flying everywhere. Puck to the line, but kept in by Shamrocks. Backhanded in back behind the net. Testani. 1-on-2 down there. He gets some help from Marchese. And finally knocked into the neutral zone. Catholic Central on it again. Marchese at the line. Gets some support from Masick. Masick's going to take another shot. Q freezes that with Testani. Oh, so close in his kitchen. 9:35 to go. Draw stays in the Knight zone.
All right, let's keep an eye on this. D-Corps for St. Francis is doing a really good job of breaking the forecheck of CC. They've got 2 guys low, and they're getting that puck quickly to that and now they've got 2 guys trapped, and they're getting the puck out real easy this third period.
Big draw here, won by Knights. Played around the net, near boards, and an opportunity to come out. Now they do. Backhand pass, but picked off by Shamrocks. Knights able to punch it into the zone, doing some work. Masick forced back in behind his net. Pass comes out in front, and Shamrocks with a chance to clear it. They do. Promptly knocked back in by Knights. Having to regroup is Leiter. Leiter with a stretch pass, picked off in the neutral zone. Here come the Knights. Good hard work, big rebound in front. Finally knocked away by Zerlippen, out all the way down to Q, and he's going to have to freeze that. That's exactly what they wanted. I think they're telling him to play, but you play to the whistle. I know they don't like that, but Testani didn't hear no whistle and came right in on him.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of on the ref there. You saw the guy was holding the puck, got to blow that whistle. He's going to the net because there's the time that you don't go to the net and the puck's free.
I think they're giving him a penalty, and I
gotta
don't
take them both.
Yeah, I would hope so.
And that's a good call.
Yep, no problem.
You either take no one or you take them both, and if you want to send the message, you take them both, and you say, you don't hit the goalie, you don't grab his head.
And you could see...
You have to wag your finger like
you
that,
could
too.
see Testani kind of saying, I played to the whistle.
Yeah. And he did, but as you and I both know, if it's covered, you can't do that.
Absolutely.
Even though I like the name. You can't hit it a goal.
Big draw here. Reiner going to take this one for Shamrocks. In this 3-3 game, 8:53 to go. Played right to Q. He freezes it, and we'll do it all over again.
All right. St. Francis has been pretty solid in the face-off circle. This would be very timely if CC could win this and get possession down there.
This played in behind the net. First one there is Simone. Plays it to the line. Simone deflects it. Knights with a chance to get it out. They just slap at it. I think icing is going to be waved off. Indeed it. No!
That's going to come to center ice.
Yeah,
is
a little
I'm saying.
confusion there, no doubt.
That's coming to center ice.
Good call. You could see, Mike, the far referee called icing. The referee in neutral zone waved it off.
Yep. That's a good, hey, mistakes happen. They corrected it. They bring it to center ice. It's exactly what you do. Now they're going to talk about it. They know what the mistake was. It won't happen again. See him? My bad. So now it is good. It gives CC a chance to get this energy line out here with Dorgan and Thompson.
Provaznik and Nada on the draw from center ice. Played back by Knights. Deflected into the corner. First one there is Thompson. Thompson tries to get it over to Dorgan. Thompson still working. Good job to muscle it to the line, but not out. Dye sends her in deep. Here comes that Shamrock forecheck, but chipped out into the neutral zone. Controlled again by Shamrocks. Coming near side is Dye. Dye just going to shoot it into the corner. First one there, Mike, is Thompson. Thompson with a centering pass, nobody home, and the Knights with an opportunity to come out. There's two of them. Drop pass doesn't work, sent to an open wing. Who's going to be the first one there? The Knights win it. 2-on-1 the other way. A couple Shamrocks late. Big stop by Kogan again. Oh, baby, he's made some big ones. Didn't get a lot on it, but still a big stop.
Yep, he's been getting those saves against a very dangerous Jackson Duncan, Sean.
Here comes Cole Johnson. Nice move to stay on side. Backhand pass doesn't connect. Back to Johnson in the corner. Johnson sends it back whence it came. Karadimas, first one there. Karadimas freezes it along the boards. Now sent near side. Big battle into the corner, to the line, deflection in front. Bodies flying everywhere. You think these boys want this Catholic League championship? Picked off in the neutral zone. Oh, the action, Mike, with 7 minutes to go in a 3-3 game.
St. Francis won't go away, Sean. And again, those little things in their zone, getting it to the net.
Here comes Goff. That has his pocket picked. But now with speed coming the other way is Masick. Look at Masick! Backhand! What a stop! Rebound scores! Smadge again! After that dash by Masick. Smadge picks up the garbage and bangs it home.
We say it every game, Sean. Don't watch your players play. You follow that play. You get to the net, and that is what Lucas Smash did. He didn't sit and just watch Masick make this nice, strong drive to the net like a forward, protecting that puck, gets in, backhand. What a save by Q. But I'm going to the net. I'm Smash. Boom. Sean, you have to follow the play and the puck to the net.
4-3 Shamrocks. But here come the Knights again. They fought all night. I wouldn't expect anything else in the last 6.5 minutes. Shamrocks with an opportunity to skate it out. It's Dye. Dye just throws it in deep. 2 Shamrocks there in the corner, trying to keep it in deep. Now getting some support. Knocked far side by Marchese. Marchese with Testani throwing it back in behind the net. Testani still on it. Kept in by Shamrocks. Marchese takes a hit down there. To the line, not out. Here come the Knights. 1-on-3 though as they make changes. Trying to play it to himself in the corner with 3 Shamrocks down there. Shamrocks start over Slack. Now with some space to skate out, Shamrock's going to make a change. Quinn leaves it on a tee. Knights with an opportunity to break out here, but picked off by Shamrocks in the neutral zone, Anthony DePonio. DePonio with a shot. Deflects up. And the draw will stay in the Knight zone with 5.5 to go. Boy, has this one been entertaining.
Yeah, I think that goal gave CC a little bit of energy. Their forecheck is a little bit faster, a little bit quicker to the puck, causing a little bit more chaos. Harder for St. Francis to get out. They're not getting those clean outs and rushes, Sean.
Young man, I have to remind you, you have a job to do.
And what a job it is this game.
3-star selection coming up, and Patty will have a conversation as well at the end of this one. A lot of time left. Still anybody's hockey game. Catholic Central on top, 4-3. Mike, you want a cliche? The next one's huge.
Huge, Sean. And it's just, right now, it's just a battle of attrition as CC's even going quick shifts here to try to wear these guys down. Oh, did they gonna let them get that? They got that change up. And now they've got that energy line out with Gabe Thompson and Jack Dorgan. Dorgan, a converted defenseman to forward. There's a great story by Cal that we can get to maybe in the break.
They're going to take this draw. Big draw for Knights. Cole Johnson. I believe that's a 9, Mike. Or is that an 8?
I think it's an 8.
Okay, that's Provaznik. One back, high, over the goaltender Kogan. Knights still on it though, but here comes Catholic Central. Dorgan, just content to dump it in deep and give chase. Kept in by Schlack. Schlack has that pass picked off. 3 Knights come the other way. Sent to the far wing. Schlack there. Oh, dangerous. Thrown in front. Knights just throwing it at the net again. They've had success with that. A diving play to get it out by Schlack, and Dorgan's going to send it the length of the ice, and that's called on the icing with 4:33 to go in this one. 4-3 Shamrocks. Boy, what a game, huh?
This has been a great back and forth game, and just in the pregame interviews with the coaches, you kind of had that feel, the smile from Coach Vargas and saying how this team makes him smile. He knows he's got a special team here down in Ohio.
Draw controlled by the Knights. Back to the line, sent in deep. Now sent the other way. Shamrock's first one there, they can't get it out. Second opportunity, skating it out now. Coming the other way, good play. Taking it wide, now a power move in front. Can't get it through, shot goes just wide. Boy, Zurlup looking strong and dangerous there. Check that, Mike. That was Leiter.
That was Leiter. That was Leiter coming off the D there. A nice, strong move. And he was taking a lot of stick action as he was going to that net, Sean. You could hear the slashes coming up, but on the pants, nothing on the hands where they'd get that call automatically.
4:10 to go, a big draw in that night zone. This is Marchese taking it for Shamrocks. Won by Shamrocks. Back to the point. Sent in deep by French. Shamrocks on the puck first. It's Zerlip. Centering pass. Shot. Deflects before I think it got to Q. Testani spins, twists, working down there with Marchese. Testani and Marchese. And the Knights, boy, what a battle down there. 3 Knights in there. Sent the other way, Zerlip on it. Zerlip takes a hit. Pinned against the boards. Good defensive play there. Knights get it to the line, but not out. Sent in, deflects off a boot into the corner, and that's going to go the length of the ice for an icing. Boy, what battles down in that night zone.
It was something that Coach Kalnicki spoke about when Patty asked him in the pregame interview about what's it like having a tournament like this with a champion being crowned early in the season, and it just energizes them. It's exciting. It's something the kids get excited about. And you can see these kids are excited about this, and they are giving everything to try to get this championship.
Knights, opportunity to clear it. They get it to the line, but kept in at the line. Good play keeping that in by Schlacke. Promptly knocks it back in deep. Shamrocks content to make the Knights start over. That one finally chipped into the neutral zone. And a nice active stick by Schlack again, Mike, as Knights have to touch up. D to D now, back to Schlack. Schlack with a move at the line. That is going to be called icing with 2:53 to go in this one.
And that's dangerous. St. Francis had a real good night in the face-off circle. Now they're in their offensive zone. They win it, they get possession. Let's see what they can do. And we know what they're going to do if they win it, Sean. Someone's going to get the puck to the net, and there's going to be a forward or a defenseman crashing in net to get that rebound. It's the way they've gotten their goals all night.
Well, let's see what the Knights can do here. Cole Johnson coming in to take this draw. Huge draw here with 2:53 to go. That's Cole Johnson. And that's Marchese back in behind the net. A spinorama there by Dye, can't get it out. Along the near boards, Knights struggling to keep it in. Puck gets to the line and just over the line. Called on the offside. 2:39 to go here. Catholic Central 4. Toledo St. Francis 3. What a battle between the Shamrocks and the Knights here in the Catholic League Championship in Fraser.
They're really going to make me go all the way down to the last second on trying to get a 3 stars here, Sean.
I think so.
There are a lot of guys leaving it out there. There's 6, 7, 8 stars on the ice right now.
I think so. Here come the Knights. Broglie throws it in deep. Kogut going to come out and play it. Into the corner. Knights there first. Quickly thrown in front. Puck lay there for a second. A diving Shamrock blocked that. Another block. And an opportunity the other way. Simone coming in. Big stop by Q. Rebound lay there. Another big stop. Another big stop. Are you kidding me? 3 huge stops by Quinn Choinski.
Oh, here comes Liam Simone. He's in. 1 save. Reiner with the rebound, another save. Then another rebound. I can't say that 13. That was DePonio, another save. And then Q just says, all right, I've had enough of this.
2:13 to go, Mike. This is that portion of the game when you start to wonder when they might think about pulling their goaltender.
And you know, both of our philosophies are the earlier the better.
Yep, that shot comes straight through. Quinn kicks it aside. Puck bounces over a stick. Can that open something up for the Knights? They have to start over, and picked off by Karadimas for the moment. Back into the neutral zone. They have to touch up to these Knights. They do. 3 of them. But the puck poked away. Karadimas goes the other way. Karadimas content to just throw it in deep. Quinn going to leave it there on a tee. Boy, it nearly played into the high slot area. They had to be very careful there. Ryan Dye throws it back into the neutral zone. Knights trying to get something going the other way. Quinn going to the bench now, Mike. Extra attacker is on. As the Knights are on the puck, it's knocked to the line, and the play is called on a hand pass.
Which will bring it all the way down, which will bring Mr. Q back into the net.
Oh, what a fun game this has been. 4-3, Catholic Central. Mike Iveso, you have the toughest chore of the night trying to pick these 3 stars, pal.
I think I got it, but every time I look at it, Sean, I feel a little guilty because there's a couple other guys that could be on that list. There's some players out here that have some real nice games today.
Cole Johnson's taken a slew of big draws here tonight. It's going to be Johnson and Nada. I think we're going to get a timeout here. Never a bad decision, Mike. Toledo St. Francis takes the timeout with $1:19 to go.
Yep. Get your big dog some rest.
Hey, the high school hockey season, of course, is underway, and Detroit Catholic Central, they are the 6-time defending Division I state champions. Their most recent title came back in March with the win over Howell at USA Hockey Arena.
Well, they made me do it, Sean. They made me hand in the list. 1:19 left.
I'm not going to look, okay? I'm not going to look. I just looked. I'm not telling anybody. How about this? I won't argue with your list. I kind of like your first star especially.
Yes. He's really shown up. He's someone that we've talked about. And the other guys, I think, hey, they've had some nice nights. There's some that are going to be left off. And it's like that every night, right? You know, it's why you say it's the hardest job. And it really is. And there's still 1:19. Anything could happen.
And don't forget, we have to walk all the way to Warren to my car. The parking lot was so packed tonight, Mike and I parked about 7 miles down the road in Warren.
But what you don't know
is
I've already got us an Uber.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
On me. Well, on Mrs. Iveso, because it all goes to her credit card.
Well, I know that story. Nada and Johnson. Big draw here. You know, Knights want nothing more to get possession. Nada's going to say, we want to keep it in deep. Knights clear it out. Shamrocks retain possession. Knocked in deep again. This is going to come straight to Q. That's exactly what the Shamrocks want. And that keeps him in the net and keeps the puck deep in that Knight zone.
Yeah, that's all CC wants. Don't let that puck get anywhere past the red line so it can get in. Keep the goalie in the net. And if it doesn't get past the red line, guess where it doesn't go? In your net.
1:07 to go. 67 seconds. 4-3. Shamrocks hanging on. So they do it again. Another big draw from Nada. To the line. Pumped back in by Shamrocks. Getting there is Mitchie. As Knights try to break out. Kept in again by Nada. Knocked back in deep. 50 seconds to go. Knights trying to get it out. Kick pass doesn't work. Schlack knocks it into the neutral zone. Schlack on it again. Going D to D. Pass to the line. Far side Dorgan. Dorgan just chips it into the corner. Shamrocks trying to make the last 27 seconds go away. Hit from behind. Thompson on the puck. Still doing battle down there. Knights finally get it out. 1-on-3. Crossover doesn't work. Shamrocks on it. Puck bounces up and out of play with 9.5 seconds to go. And Mike Quinn Choinski on the bench again.
Yeah, it took him that entire time to get off the ice because the pressure CC was putting on. They didn't allow that puck to get deep enough or St. Francis to have control. And now, that faceoff's coming deep.
Big draw here.
Whoa. I'd like to hear the explanation of that call because I thought that was over the blue line when it went onto the bench.
Provaznik with the draw of the game here. Provaznik and Marchese. Played back. Shot comes in. Another big stop by Kogan. Into the corner. That should do it. No. 1.4 seconds remaining on the clock.
And wow, what a job by the scorekeeper. That was on time. That as soon as that puck crossed, that time stopped. I was watching that, Sean, so that is very accurate with 1.4 left. And I'll tell you, Provaznik's had a great night all over the ice, but especially in the face-off circle, Sean.
Naden Provaznik with 1.4 seconds remaining. Having a conversation here.
I'd like to see Nada take this face-off, just get down on the knee and dig it and eat that puck.
Let's see if that's exactly what happens. Looking at the jockeying down there.
Yep.
Here we go. Drop. That's going to do it.
That's a nice win there.
What a game.
Yep. Hats off to St. Francis. They gave Catholic Central everything they could have handled tonight. They took the depth in stride. They kept coming at them. They did exactly as their coach Vargas said, all the little things, pucks to the net, guys to the net. They just came up one short, Sean.
What an entertaining game out here in Fraser. And I hope you at home have been as entertained as we have been. As the boys line up now at center ice to shake hands. Mike, I believe I see that Catholic League trophy on the other side of the rink right now as Catholic Central adds yet another piece of hardware to their trophy case. Don't forget, Patty Cesarini will be down on the ice in just a moment with our first star of the game. I'm not going to give anything away just yet. You let me know when you want me to talk about the 3 stars. You want to do it now, Mike?
He wants me to do it right
now.
now.
Start with number 3, sir.
The number 3 star from St. Francis is number 8, Cole Provaznik. He had a couple of goals here tonight, Sean, by our count, even though we couldn't see the numbers on the jersey, but he had a great game all over. The number 2 star, number 6, Lucas Samaj with 2 goals. And our number 1 star and Wall Award nominee, Nicholas Kogut, number 35. I've got him with at least 35 saves tonight.
Patty Cesarini is down on the ice with our number 1 star. Take it away, Patty.
Nick, congratulations on a Catholic League championship. This one comes all the way down to the wire. What set your team apart here tonight?
Yeah, really. I mean, we started the game off not so great, but we coach got us through the first period, and we kept it going. We battled out second, third hard, and just kept going. That was the difference.
And St. Francis kept the pressure on you the entire night. What's going through your head as you're just getting peppered?
Don't let one in. Just try to get everything. They didn't get too many great chances there at the end, so that was kind of nice. But yeah, just make a good save, keep it in front of you.
You made some incredible saves here tonight. Congratulations on the championship. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
Sean?
Huh? My goodness.
Well, and that's exactly what Coach Cal said in the pregame interviews, was that he's a calming influence on the team. The team is calmer when they know he's back in net, and that's exactly how he just came across in that interview.
What a fun night here tonight. Hey, thanks to our entire crew. What a fantastic job by everybody tonight. Mike, always a pleasure to work with you. And, of course, most importantly, thank you for inviting us into your phones, your laptops, your television, whatever the case may be. Your final score here tonight from Fraser: Detroit Catholic Central wins the Catholic League Championship with a thrilling 4-3 victory over Toledo St. Francis. For everybody involved, my name is Sean Belegian saying good night from State Champs and Local 4+.
State Champs Game Time Live is powered by Alta Equipment Company. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, the Michigan Army National Guard, the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association, and the Michigan High School Athletic Association.